Hi lovelies, this is Blossom. So today I want to show you a few impressions of my summer garden. You may remember that I did a garden in springtime video a while ago. And yeah, so now I want to show you a few images from throughout the summer, more or less. Here you can see my cauliflower that I had to grow in pots because I didn't have enough room. And there you can see the onions and the garlic. So what you can see now is from end May. And of course my birch tree, and I did cut it back, but it grew a lot again. Here you can see my pumpkins. So I have 4 plants and of course salads that we can enjoy soon. And the apple tree. So I did cut it and we finally have apples. I'm really happy about that. We didn't have any apples last year, as I mentioned already in a previous video. So this looks very promising. And here you can see chili and paprika and of course the tomatoes. They are nicely growing, so we're hoping they're growing fast and well and that we have lots of tomatoes. Then of course the blackberries, so that's gonna take a while. There you can see the lavender growing big again. And strawberries. Normally we have them in raised beds, but we didn't have any room in raised beds today, this year. Here you can see the broccoli, so it's nice and big. I hope that's gonna work out. I love broccoli. And there you can see the thyme. And those are my beans. So I really hope that this works out this year. And the clematis that is growing up nicely, up and high. I love it. It's attaching itself. Here my problem children, the roses. And you can see they are well and alive and they are blooming. Really good, I love it. And a bit of the flowers in front of my door. Here we can see the first gooseberries and I hope the birds don't steal them this year. And there are the stones that we are gathering now for making our little stream and pond. So that's gonna still take a while. Hi there. So we were in vacation for 2 weeks, so few things happened while we were gone. Now we are mid-June now and I show you a few things. Here you can see my cauliflower and they were a victim of a slug invasion. So I told you we were gone for 2 weeks and apparently my mum took care of my cat and of course also took care of the garden to water the plants if necessary, but it wasn't because my mum told me that it rained the whole time and so we had so many slugs, and usually I gather them, but she, of course I cannot ask of her to gather the slugs. Unfortunately a few plants died. Here you can see the same thing. One plant is eaten completely. This was, I don't even know what it was. A chili. There we go. That's gone. Here the same thing. A bit eaten. This is the first year. I'm sorry. It's Saturday and people are mowing like crazy, so I hope the microphone will not pick up too much on it. And so I have still 3 pumpkins, but one was completely eaten, which is maybe not a bad thing because they grow very big. So a few salads were eaten. So, and in the spring video of my garden I told you about that we want to do a little stream with a little pond. And so while my husband was mowing, he thought, oh well, I just leave a little bit of grass and so we can have a look how it actually looks like. And that's the idea. You can see it too. And then we also have the round part, that is where the second apple tree will go. And for those who are interested where I do my tarot readings, That's the place. So, as you can see, the broccoli went well too. Can't wait. So, and here you can see the beans. I wasn't very confident that this actually will work, but it did. So I'm very happy about that. And here you can see our clematis started blooming and it's growing. So, and I'm sitting here where I usually do my tarot readings. That is my view when I do my tarot readings. And this is just a quick update. In June, I'm gonna put them all together in the end. May, June, July, and then in August I probably bring out a video for the summer garden. We are in July now, and I just took out the onions. Here's the garlic that still has to stay in a bit. So I just put them here on the table. They can dry a bit. And it's actually a lot, because when you compare it, it's not a lot of space. It's really a tiny, tiny space. And yeah, I was astounded how many onions came out actually. So, and as you can see, the birds didn't steal the gooseberries yet this year, so we have a lot of gooseberries for ourselves. Now, in general, this year is a tough summer for the veggies. And this is the cauliflower, but I don't know if a lot is going to happen here, because in the other video I mentioned that the snails ate the leaves here completely, so I don't know if that's going to work. Here you can see all the apples. Oh, I'm so happy about that. A few are on the ground already, and you can also see that the grass is burned. We didn't have rain for a very, very long time, and you can see it now on the grass. And also other plants have a bit of trouble at the moment. But hey, still a few blackberries are coming. But in general, it's quite a tough year, really. So again, this is end July the 20th, to be precise. So the first red ones are coming. Most of the tomatoes are still green. That's gonna take a while, another month, I guess. Now, those are 3 pumpkin plants, and they completely took over. At the beginning, if you may remember, it was half, and then I had salad and radish. But now it completely took over. Yum yum. If you are ready already. So we can... I don't know if... I feel like everything is a bit too early this year. It shouldn't be ready yet. So unfortunately a lot of my flowers died. It's way too hot. The sun is burning everything. And yeah, just how it is. We you know, with the water we have to be a bit responsible. So grass is not a priority to water, and so vegetables always come first. The vegetables and the fruits, and the rest, yeah, well, if it's not going to work and it's not raining, and our container where we collect rainwater is empty since weeks because it's just not raining. However, my herbs, they were fine, so they are small now again. I cut them down already. They're growing back fast, quite fast. So that's good. I have a lot of magical herbs to work with. This happened to my broccoli. So there is a term in German, I don't know how you call it in English, when they grow more treeish. Yeah, so that happened, and we don't have any broccoli. It was just too warm, too early, so that's why they grow too fast. They grew too fast, and yeah, well, no broccoli for us this year, unfortunately. There are some beans, but like I mentioned before, there were a lot of snails. They did their job here. And so they are not very strong and not very healthy. But now this one is flowering. I like that. Will take another couple of days, then I will come back with the camera, I think. Just showing you the dog, who is fed up with the weather as well. It's just warm. We cannot go for big walks. They are getting older and the heat is really, really tough on them. And now it is the beginning of August, and as you can see, the tomatoes are coming. They're nice and red now. More and more are coming. So at least that grew good. We still have a lot of troubles with the heat. There is no rain. As you can see here on the grass, it burns more and more. But that's how it is. So yeah, what I actually wanted to say is that, yeah, well, you can plan as much as you want, but then comes the weather. And then you just have to simply accept it. And I'm still very grateful for the plants that we have now. So thank you so much for watching. I wish you a wonderful day. Much love and many blessings.